All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the press conference for Eagle FC 44. It is facility home as we are very excited for Eagle FC 44 coming your way this upcoming Friday night here at the FLXcast Arena. You can watch it live starting at 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific time on the Flexcast app. And what he is doing is that we are making all the fights this year available for you have young up-and-coming contenders. You have guys in the middle that are really looking to take that next step. This has been a very judicious process, and everyone's worked very hard. So let's meet the fighters involved in our main card on Friday night, Eagle FC 44. We want to bring up to the stage 5 defeats fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for Ray Borg. Show them some love. Awesome. We have years since he's been inside mixed martial arts competition. Speaking of layoffs, this man hasn't competed in the world of mixed martial arts and nearly is one of the most prolific strikers that we've seen in combat sports, ranging from boxing, ranging from kickboxing, and now he's back in mixed martial arts competition. He's focused and looking to make a significant run here in the world of mixed martial arts. Ladies and Spong. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we talked about guys that are really making their way up the ranks, young contenders. This man, undefeated, 9 bouts, 9 victories from Dagestan, Russia, Ramazan Kirimagamedov. Also, this man with a record of 8 wins, opposite 1 defeat. He has won 3 straight. He's competing in the welterweight division, Kirimagamedov. This man is a scary individual. He'll be standing across the Eagle FC steel from Tyrone Spong on Friday night with a record of 31 wins. This man is a submission expert with a record of 12 wins, opposite 5, the opportunity of a lifetime as he takes on Sugar Rashad Evans on Friday night in our main event of Eagle FC 44. Please welcome feats he's competed for the world's prominent mixed martial arts organization and now comes here to Eagle FC 44 looking to make a definitive statement. Cody Gibson. Also, ladies and gentlemen, as we want to bring up to the stage, this man with a record of 29 wins, 17 losses, 1 draw, always in very good physical shape. Please welcome John Doomsday Howard. And speaking of being dynamic, this man extremely dynamic, a prolific striker, likes to tear your head off. He's always an exciting skin. His coming into Eagle FC, looking to put on a great show. Anthony Njokuani, ladies and gentlemen. All right, these are all of our 10 fighters involved in our main card on Friday night from the FLXcast Arena here in Miami. We want to make that you download the app, tell your family and friends, free MMA starting at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific time, all brought to you by Eagle FC MMA. But before we get to the fighters, I want to go ahead and acknowledge the amazing team that we have, and please give them a round of applause off the names. Want to go ahead and obviously thank Khabib Nurmagomedov. What a wonderful job he has done. Also, Rizvan is here as well as what we do with when it comes to Eagle FC. The entire team. Alan McGlade is here. Jim Rodriguez, Rob, our general counsel, doing a wonderful job. Smokey, and also our producer, Rick Sierra. He will be taking on Anthony Njokuani. And Raymond, what does it mean for you to be making your, fighting here with Eagle FC inside here at the FLXcast Arena? How big of an opportunity is this for you? We have a translator here as well. Question for Raymond Magomedov. What does this mean for him to be competing for Eagle FC in their U.S.
Соревноваться на этом матче в Eagle FC.
Что-то новое для меня, да?
Something new.
Something new?
Yeah.
So what kind of statement is he looking to make on Friday night as he takes on Anthony Njokuani?
Через два, может, ты перейдешь.
Что ты пытаешься доказать в этой схватке?
Что заказать?
Что доказать?
То, что меня не зря сюда подписали.
He wants to prove that that he belongs here and that it's not an accident that he got here.
He's won 3 straight. How much momentum does he feel on Anthony Njokuani, who is certainly a very dangerous striker and can put you away with one shot?
Ты выиграл 3 подряд схватки. Сможешь ли ты продолжить свою победную жесть
Я понял.
против такого опа?
Ну да, я же для этого сюда пришел, чтобы победить. Я выйду и сделаю все, что моя сила, чтобы одержать победу послезавтра. То, что я знаю, что у меня опытный соперник, высококлассный ударник.
A very experienced fighter.
Medvedev, 8-1 is his record. He's won 3 straight. Also, a little bit of housekeeping as we stand. So we've instituted 165. So we obviously have the weight classes. You have 25, 35, 45, 55. We have 165 pounds. But there's a new wrinkle when it comes to Eagle FC. Welterweight will be at 175. So the weight classes, when it comes to Eagle, will only be separated by 10 pounds. So welterweight, when it comes to Eagle FC, will be at 175. Now we'll talk with Anthony, the Assassin Njokuani. And Anthony, for you, fighting here in Eagle FC, you could have gone to a variety of different promotions. You fought all over the world. Why did you decide, Anthony, and hear you watching all over the world?
It was actually a new change for me. I was fighting overseas and called to fight for Eagle FC. You know, I hopped back right on top of it because I wanted to fight amongst my fellow, UFC, ex-UFCs and guys and showcase my skills here in the States.
Tell us, things haven't necessarily gone your way in recent memory, but looking at you and judging by your demeanor, how in shape you are, looking at your Instagram videos, I think this is the best that we've seen you in quite some time.
My jiu-jitsu, my wrestling, and everything with my coaches, One Kick Nick, Sergio Pena, and my brother over there. I knew there was a lot of changes I had to make from a lot of stuff that I did in the past. So going into this fight, I'm ready to showcase the new stuff that I have.
Taking on someone like Ramazan Medvedev, when they called you and they offered you that opponent, he's obviously won 3 straight. That's no easy task.
Being able to come back to the States and fight, I know he's a tough.
Eagle FC 44, how's it going down?
It's going to go down with a grist fight.
That'll kick off our main card at 175. Now we go ahead and transition, and we stay within the welterweight division here at 170 with this man with an undefeated record, 9 wins, no losses. Ramazan Kirimagamedov, 9-0 is his record. Ramazan, what does it mean for you to be fighting in the debut of Eagle FC here in the United States?
I say, this is mean for me. Just I wanna show to everybody I can fight with good names, with good fighters, and I wanna be in top in this promotion.
So in your mind, you could have gone anywhere. You're obviously a highly coveted free agent, but why did you decide to be here with?
Because I know this is Eagle FC will be soon in one of the best organizations in the world.
John Howard would do for your career. You're now 9-0. You're looking to crack the double-digit win mark, but what does a win over John Howard, a guy who's fought a lot of the top names in MMA, what does that win do for you?
He have good name. He have good. He make very good fights in big organization, and I think if I win this guy, this will come higher in ratings.
Where do you feel you have the advantages against John Howard?
Какие твои лучшие позиции, которых ты можешь победить его?
I think I.
Okay, turn it over to John Howard. John, he says that he's better than you in all aspects of mixed martial arts.
I'm gonna stop him. He thinks he's all better in all aspects. I can't wait to see you prove it because I really think he's not, and I'm gonna show that.
You've beaten the likes of Ray Cooper III, putting him to sleep, Uriah Hall. You've been around mixed martial arts for quite some time. But now being here with Eagle FC, do you think that at 38 years of age, this could be another chapter in your career where you make a run at a title?
Definitely. After this fight, my plan is definitely title chasing. You know, and people know that my history. I've been having that from well, I'm supposed to lose to and stuff like that. But I'm so glad this guys come with that. So Friday we'll see what happens. But bring the same energy, please do.
All right, so I will end it. Thank you very much, John. I'm going to end it with Ramazan. Ramazan, when he says he hopes you bring the same energy, are you really looking to make now a definitive statement against John Howard on Friday night? What's your response when he says he hopes you bring the same energy on Friday night, 2 days from now?
Yes, of course. Same energy, and I'm coming to the cage for winning.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Ramazan Kirimagamedov and John Howard. I'm glad we have security. I think they'll be okay with each other, but there's certainly tension up here on this stage. Now we'll focus in on the bantamweight division. The Mexican Devil, Ray Borg, 14-5 from Albuquerque, New Mexico, taking on Cody Gibson, this in the bantamweight division. Ray, you have won 3 of 4. Tell us about the momentum that you're riding into this fight against your adversary, Cody Gibson.
Yeah, I think I'm on a really good winning streak, or a good momentum streak. My mind's sharp, and a lot of people know that when my mind's sharp, I'm a very, very dangerous person for anybody they put in front of me. So I think it's going to be a great night for me and my team, and the momentum's going to keep riding.
You've had some ups and downs in your career. Do you feel like this is a fresh start for you being here with Eagle FC?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've matured a lot in the last year and a half, as far as my career goes. And I think Eagle FC is a good starting point to prove that, and to prove, how much better I've gotten, how much better I've become as a fighter and as a person as a whole.
It's unbelievable to me as we were looking at your resume, an extensive resume. I can't believe you're only 28 years of age because you've been around for a long time. Is having success and the attention at such an early age, in your early to mid-20s, something that is not easy to be able to handle? Do you think now you understand dealing with the lights and the media obligations? Because that's not easy, focusing on your training, your family life, and all these other different things that come with being a prize fighter.
Yeah, I think so. I think it happening at an early age was really good for me. I started at like 20 years old when I was in the UFC. So, I gained a lot of experience in that very, very, that 7 years, some ups, some downs. I got to experience some of the, coolest highs and, the worst lows. And I think it's all translated into my, whole entire life greatly. And I think, going into this fight, it's going to show that, at 28 years old, I'm starting to be considered as a veteran, and I know what I'm doing in there, and I know what I'm doing, all around, and it's going to show.
I'm glad you brought up that word veteran. I feel like you're a young veteran. You have a record of 14-5. But what is that like for you, knowing that the younger guys are looking up to you and saying, hey, you've been there, done that. What advice do you have for me? I'm sure you're a very big part of the gym and really being an inspiration to guys because you have been able to compete at the highest level.
It's weird. It's really weird for people to look up to me like that and to think of me as a veteran because, I'm sitting, next to Rashad and Tyrone, dudes that I've watched since I was like 12 years old. So, to me, they're the veterans, not me. I'm still young, so but it's cool, man. It's cool. It's cool to help out and to have that feeling. I think more than anything mentally as a fighter to know that I've been through this, gone through that, overcome this. It's good to know that I have all that experience on my side.
All right, Ray Borg, we'll get back to you in a few moments. Want to talk with your opponent, Cody Gibson, as he has a record of 18-7. He's won 3 straight. Cody, being in the midst of a win streak, you're obviously hitting on all cylinders, but landing here and being a part of Eagle FC in their U.S. debut, how significant is this for your career?
Yeah, it's cool, I mean, fighting for Khabib's promotion, and I think it's got a lot of hype behind it just because he's behind it. And, yeah, I mean, it's another opportunity to fight a guy who's considered still at the top of his game and top of the world. So he's got to keep knocking these guys down that think they can beat me. So,
what statement are you hoping to make on Friday night, Eagle FC 44, live on the Flexcast app?
Just that I'm a better fighter than Ray Borg, and just I mean, I think a lot of fighters sitting up here could probably say the same thing, that a lot of it's about just, you envision having that master class kind of performance, where you dominate in every facet of the game, whether it be striking, grappling, whatever the case. So for me, that's the plan, just go out and outclass them in every facet of the game. And if I need to, dig deep and find that will inside of you to win. If I need to go to that place, then I'll go to that place. And yeah, I just don't think I think you'll see on Friday night.
In a perfect world for Cody Gibson, how does the fight end against Ray Borg?
With the right hand across his jaw.
Wow. Okay. A right hand across his jaw. Ray Borg, your response?
I don't know, man. People say a bunch of crazy shit, and, most of the time it's not true. We're living in a time where people say a lot of dumb shit, and it never comes true. So, I mean, Cody's a good guy. He's a blue-collar guy, but, man, there really are some levels to this game, And I definitely feel like I'm at a higher level than a lot of people. So, right hand to the jaw sounds like some cheesy shit to me.
So, in a perfect world for Ray Borg, how does the fight end against Cody Gibson?
Me wrapping these little short buff arms around his neck and choking him to sleep, I guess. I mean, if that's what you want me to say. But other than that, winning. That's one thing I'm really good at, is winning fights. And that's what I'm going to do on Friday.
All right, Cody Gibson, I will go ahead and turn it over to you. You're predicting a knockout. He's predicting a submission, saying he's going to choke you out, put you to sleep. You're predicting that you're going to put him to sleep in a different way with your hands. But, does that motivate you even that much more? Both of you guys, predicting finishes in different ways?
I think, honestly, anytime a guy signs a contract against me, to me, that's telling me that they think they can beat me, and that's almost offensive. It kind of riles me up, and gets me motivated. But I wouldn't expect anything less, I expect him to believe that he could beat me. I definitely have confidence that I could beat him. They keep throwing these Jackson Wink guys at me, so I just got to keep knocking them down. So, I mean, all of this press conference stuff is cool. But at the end of the day, we're a day and a half away, and that cage over there is going to close, and none of this is going to matter, and we're going to find out. So we'll see.
Ray, finally, because you did bring up Jackson Wink, do you have any extra pride? I know you're very proud of your gym, where you come from there in Albuquerque. Do you sort of have the flag of your gym on your back in a certain way against Cody Gibson because of what he just said, that they're throwing all these Jackson Wink guys at him?
Yeah, I don't come from Jackson Wink, so that's kind of a whole different story. So
got you. All right.
That's a total different thing. I ain't no Jackson Wink guy, I'll tell you that. I'm over here with Nick Urso and Landon Venata at Jackson's Acoma. So wrong gym, buddy, but, I got you. At the end of the day,
correcting him, huh?
At the end of the day, Cody's a cool guy, whatever. But I don't need all this motivational, choke him out bullshit across the jaw. I got a son at home that's waiting for me, that's depending on me to beat his ass. So that's the only thing that keeps me going.
So that's your motivation.
That's my motivation. I don't really care about anything else other than providing for my son. So other than that, for me, that's motivation enough. That's motivation enough for me to kill a guy. So I don't really care.
All right, Ray Borg, Cody Gibson, ladies and gentlemen, tempers flaring at 135. Now we will go ahead and shift our attention to the light heavyweight division, our co-main event of Eagle FC 44. If you don't have the Flexcast app, make sure to do so. Go to the Google Play Store, the Apple Store, download it. You can watch on any device around the world. 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific time is when we go live on Friday night here at the FLXcast Arena in Miami. Welcome back to the cage, Sugar Rashad Evans, the former UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, UFC Hall of Famer, a guy who has been to the mountaintop 50 times over again. But lo and behold, after nearly 4 years away from competition, you are back. Rashad, why did you decide to come back to the world of MMA with your legacy secured, with everything that you've done in the past, obviously major accomplishments, being certainly a pioneer when it comes to the MMA movement, but why come back?
I'm a competitor, and, I love to test myself at the highest level. That's what has gotten everybody to know who I am, being able to, put everything on the line and just go out there and test myself. So this is another opportunity to test myself and see what I got.
So when you go ahead and, taking on somebody like a Gabriel Checo, when they gave you a list of opponents, why did you decide to settle with him and say, okay, this is the guy that I want to compete against? Or did you not have a choice?
It's he said yes, at the end of the day, he looked like a pretty good competitor. Watch a few of his fights. He's tough. He's got some good grappling. So, he's got some things in his game that it'd be fun to test out.
So you've been away from competition for about 4 years. I've heard on both schools of thoughts as prize fighters, there is such a thing as ring rust or cage rust. There isn't such a thing as ring rust or cage rust. Where do you fall along those lines, and how have you been trying to simulate active competition as you prepare for your co-main event against Gabriel Checo on Friday night?
Well, there's nothing like the real thing, and long as you understand that, you'll be able to find a balance in the middle. There may be come a time where I do feel a little bit awkward in there, but for the most part, I don't feel like it's nothing that I can't work through. I feel like in a fight, it presents a lot of different variables, but it's all about how you handle those variables. And I'm a problem solver, so we'll see what variables come.
You've beaten the likes of Rampage Jackson, also been in the ring and, in the cage. You've beaten Chael Sonnen and Michael Bisping. But Chael comes to mind because Chael Sonnen is going to be a part of the broadcast team on Friday night alongside Cyrus Fees, Henry Cejudo, Felicia Spencer, Jen Sturger. But is it kind of crazy knowing that a guy that you beat in competition is going to be commentating on your fight on Friday night?
No, I've been doing this for a long time. As Ray Borg said, he was 12 years old when I was doing my thing. So, I've been doing it for a while. Chael's a good friend of mine, so it'd be cool to hear what he has to say.
The fountain of youth is something that I talked about when you came up. Where do you find that? Because you look in impeccable physical shape. Is it the fact that you're training smarter and understand your body more instead of running your body through the gauntlet how you did when you were in your early 30s?
Yeah, it's a combination of all of that, and taking care of my body really well, just making sure that I train with the limits of the ability that I can. Sometimes, you want to do a lot more, but then you got to realize that the recovery time at being a bit older is a bit different, so you have to treat your body differently. So I've been doing a combination of all things, but at the same time, I still got to tap into that furnace and just bring out that dog every once in a while, because this is a fight, and you have to be able to bring out that fight in you at all times.
How much have you missed the lights? Because the one thing about following your career and many of your careers on this stage is that you fought at that elite high level. And now being a part of Eagle FC, the U.S. debut, the lights are back. Did you miss that? Because I feel like once you're a competitor at this level, it never goes away.
Not so much the lights as the feeling. There's a certain feeling that happens when you got a fight looming, when you have to hone all your preparation for one night, and you have to really mentally bring yourself there. There's a lot of emotions that come up, a roller coaster of emotions, and being able to ride that roller coaster, being able to, tap into that part of yourself that is that you've been hoping to tap into our training camp. That's what it's all about. The lights is just something that comes along with it to up the stakes, but at the end of the day, it's all about the internal.
All right, Sugar Rashad Evans, we welcome him back to active competition on Friday night, Eagle FC 44 here at the FLXcast Arena in Miami. Make sure to download the FLXcast app on the Google Play or the Apple Store. Gabriel Checo, 12-5 your record. You are a submission ace. When they gave you the call to take on the legend in Rashad Evans, what went through your mind?
First of all, I never said no to any fight. They offered me a fight. I was like, let's go, let's do it. This fight was a little bit different. All the respect, to Rashad, I saw he didn't have opponent. And I was like, I'll do it. I was coming out of a fight. I want to fight again. And I was like, look, if he doesn't have opponent, I'm ready to fight him. And that's what happened.
So where do you feel that you have the advantages, and where do you think you'll be successful on Friday night at Eagle FC 44 against the former UFC light heavyweight champion of the world?
Well, it's not a secret to anybody. I come from a jiu-jitsu background. I've been doing this for 22 years right now. So all the wrestlers, they take me down. They are not comfortable on top of me. Very few people in MMA that is going to be comfortable on their back, and I'm one of them. I don't care if you take me down. And definitely, most people don't like when they feel the weights of my hands. So yeah, I'm ready to fight anywhere. You want to strike, we strike. You want to go to the ground, we go to the ground. It's comfortable for me anywhere.
Do you think him being away from the cage for about 4 years is going to affect him at all in terms of timing, in terms of rhythm, in terms of finding his flow in the fight?
No, not really. Fighter is a fighter. He can be 4 years, out of fighting, but most likely, he didn't stop training for 4 years. Once you are a fighter, you still training here and there at least. So I think the fight spirit is still on you. It doesn't matter how old you are, you're always gonna have that.
And in your mind, how do you feel that, when you go ahead and compete against Rashad Evans in dealing with the biggest opportunity of your career? I'm sure there are a lot of emotions and feelings that you have coming into that fight. How are you going to harness all those emotions to make sure you fight at your best on Friday night?
Every fight's a fight. Every opponent that I always had, I always respect them until you get locked on the cage. It doesn't matter who I'm fighting. I'm always trying to bring the best Gabriel to that fight. So it doesn't matter who is going to be there. I'm always preparing to be a better Gabriel, not to beat the opponent. And Friday night won't be different. I'm going to bring my best.
For those who don't know Gabriel Checo and they watch you compete on Friday night against Sugar Rashad Evans, what are you hoping the public takes away from your performance?
They're just going to see another savage Gabriel, with that shoot box spirit, that's why I brought a coach from Brazil to bring that inside of me again and you guys are going to see the referee pull me out on top of him.
So you're saying you're going to finish off Sugar Rashad Evans?
No, I'm not going to finish him. TKO.
TKO?
No, I don't like finishing fights. It's
okay.
Much a risk.
So TKO is how you're going to win the fight?
100%.
Well, Rashad Evans, you're back inside the Eagle FC steel, and he's predicting that he's going to stop you, not by submission, but by TKO punches. How do you respond to something like that?
Okay.
All right. Sugar Rashad Evans, Gabriel Checo predicting a TKO stoppage over the former UFC light heavyweight champion of the world. Cannot wait for our co-main event. Well, we end Eagle FC 44 on the Flexcast app with the tremendous heavyweight main event. The one thing I will tell you, and yes, I am a betting man, but do not blink in this fight, because when you have the names of Sergey Kiritanov and Tyrone Spong, two dynamic strikers, two guys that like to come forward and like to throw dangerous strikes, someone is going to sleep on Friday night. As we will go ahead and turn our attention to Tyrone Spong. We talked about layoffs and absences. Well, absence makes the heart grow fonder. And I think for MMA fans, Tyrone Spong, we are thrilled to see you back inside the cage. You have competed in the world of kickboxing. You're an undefeated pro boxer, 14-0, 13 knockouts. Now you're back in MMA. We're thrilled to have you with Eagle FC. But how are you feeling just 2 days away? You haven't competed in MMA since August of 2013, so about 8.5 years. Tell us about what it means to be back.
How I'm feeling?
Yeah, how you feeling?
You could talk, man. You can talk. Okay.
I'm just speaking the truth is what I'm doing.
But anyways, I'm feeling ready. I just want to fight now. 2 days away. Like you said, I did all the 3 disciplines. A big challenge ahead of me. Sergey is a veteran in the sport, has done a lot in MMA, fought the who's who. He's a big guy, so I'm looking forward to it. It's a challenge. That's why I'm still competing, because I like to challenge myself. My manager is sitting right there. He called me, and he said, "Hey, we have an MMA fight for you. This is the opponent." I said, "Let's go."
Not even, no hesitation.
No.
Well, this man doesn't hesitate, especially inside the cage as well. But Tyrone, fighting Sergey Kiritanov, a guy who's been in there against the world's best, you didn't want a tune-up whatsoever. So is that how you're built? The fact that you want some of the baddest dudes on the planet? Because Kiritanov is no slouch whatsoever.
Well, we live in a time and day now where everybody, like he said, everybody likes to talk so much shit online and this and that, and everybody's a fighter. But what is it really to be a fighter? Here I come. I don't even know when my last MMA fight was, but I'm going up against Kiritanov. He's no slouch. He certainly has some advantages over me, but I don't care, because I'm a fighter, and that's what I want to do. I want to go in there, fight, and prove myself right.
How's the training been for you in your preparation for this?
Good.
Is it nice to be able to go and be involved in all disciplines again, because you have an undefeated pro boxing record, 14-0, 13 knockouts. You hold a couple of regional titles in the boxing world, but is it nice to be able to go into the wrestling and the jiu-jitsu, all things that, participating as a mixed martial artist?
Nah, I would be lying if I said that it was fun in the beginning. Your body has to adjust. It's hard on your body, wrestling and everything. But I'm a very physical person. I like roughing around. When I see a bigger guy, that's who I want to train with. That's who I'm going to pick, because that's the challenge. And in the beginning, it was not so much fun, but I like it now. I enjoy it, and I'm ready.
All right, Tyron Spong, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get back to him. Sergey Kiritanov, 31-8 from Russia. You have now moved here to Florida. Sergey, why the move from Russia here to Florida as you prepare to take on Tyrone Spong in the main event of Eagle FC 44 here at the FLXcast Arena in Miami? Why the move?
Сергей, вы переехали с России во Флориду, и теперь вы деретесь в Eagle FC. Почему вы решили переехать?
Я не то чтобы переехал, на самом деле я часто бываю в Америке, в Майами. Мне вообще нравится этот город, и так повезло, что я уже не первый раз буду биться в Майами. Мне очень приятно, что я буду биться в Eagle FC в главном бою вечера с Tyroном Спонгом. Этот оппонент, в принципе, как и я, ударник. Так что, я думаю, будет красивое, зрелищное, жесткое противостояние в клетке.
I haven't fully moved to America. I oftentimes visit Miami, and it just so happens that this time I got a fight on the EFC main event, and I'm just happy that I got an opponent who's also a striker, and I think it's going to be a good match.
What kind of opponent or what kind of Tyron Spong are you anticipating on Friday night in the main event of Eagle FC 44? Because we talked about the fact that Tyrone hasn't fought in MMA since August of 2013. So stylistically, do you think we're going to see the same Tyrone Spong inside the Eagle FC steel on Friday, or are we going to see a different Tyrone Spong on Friday night?
Тайрон не дрался уже 9 лет. Вы ожидаете такого же сильного Тайрона, как и в 2013 году, или вы думаете, будет кто-то другой драться?
Дело в том, что Тайрон Спонг дрался в кикбоксинге, в ММА, в боксе. Так что он готовится и тренируется в одном из лучших залов. И у него достаточно серьезные тренера и спарринг-партнеры. Так что я думаю, что он будет максимально сконцентрирован и готов к этому поединку.
He trains in many sports such as kickboxing, boxing, and MMA, and he trains in one of the best gyms and has some of the best coaches there is. And I'm sure he's been getting ready this whole time, and I'm sure he comes prepared.
Sergey, you hold wins over the likes of Andrei Arlovsky, Alistair Overeem, also Fabio Maldonado, Sokaju, Matt Mitrione. What would a win over Tyrone Spong on Friday night in the main event of Eagle FC 44 do for you and your career?
У вас очень много побед над сильных бойцов, как Орловский и Аверим. Что будет для вас значить, если вы победите Тайрона Спонга?
Ну, что значит, тяжело сказать, что значит. На самом деле, сегодня это просто бой, новый вызов. Так что я сейчас не думаю, что для меня это значит. Я хочу победить, вот и все.
For me, it's just another fight. It's just another name, and I just want to win.
Are you hoping that this performance on Friday night against Tyrone Spong leads you to a potential title shot to try to become the first Eagle FC heavyweight champion here in the United States?
Если вы победите в пятницу у Тайрона Спонга, вы думаете, вам дадут матч за чемпиона мира EFC первый?
Я не думаю об этом. Я здесь для того, чтобы драться. Я проведу поединок, после боя уже будем говорить о чем-то о другом. Да, самое главное — это бой в пятницу, 28 число.
I don't think ahead too far. The main thing is this fight on the 28th, and once I win that, I'll see how it goes, but I don't look too far ahead.
All right, Tyrone Spong, for you, as you make your return to the world of MMA, I'm hearing reports that potentially, you're a pro boxer as well, 14-0, 13 knockouts. Are you looking to make this a full-fledged run here in the world of MMA? Are you looking to go after the Eagle FC Heavyweight Championship, or are you looking to kind of dabble in both boxing and MMA?
Well, like I've been doing throughout my whole career, I never look too far ahead. Whatever comes will come. But first things first. So Friday first, we'll see. It's no secret that I'm very passionate about boxing. When I started my boxing journey, I had a lot of doubters that I would not be able to make it in boxing. Yet I became number 3 ranked heavyweight boxer in the world in a short time. So I feel like there's some unfinished business there, but I'm not even thinking about that right now. Right now, I only have Friday in my mind. Got to get through that, and then we'll see. I think Eagle FC is doing something amazing. This is just the beginning. I think there's going to be some interesting developments, hopefully with different disciplines as well. So first things first, and then we'll see.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and see if the media has any questions. I'm going to go ahead and bounce around with some of the guys and kind of get their overall thoughts on the event as Tyrone Spong and Sergey Kiritanov will match up in our main event. If you have questions from the media, make sure to raise your hand. We will go to you. If not, I'm just going to bounce around. John, with Khabib Nurmagomedov, John Howard, with Khabib Nurmagomedov being the promoter and being very much, he's been there, done that. Do you think that it's going to be, Eagle FC will be a landing spot for free agents in the world of mixed martial arts, knowing that they do have a home to come to, knowing that there is a fighter that has competed at the highest level, won championships, and knows what you guys go through? Do you think that that's going to be advantageous for someone like you to sign for Eagle FC? We turn his mic on. There we go.
Yeah, I think so. Honestly, I just want to say thank you for Khabib to doing this opportunity for us, for fighters like me to come back and show that we're still at the top of the food chain, and I think it's going to be a great opportunity. Like, I couldn't pass this up. When I got the phone call, I was so fortunate. I was so happy to get it, especially because it's on the same card as my UFC veterans on here. And, yeah, I think it's going to be a great thing for the MMA community.
Anthony, you mentioned about how you fought in the all over the world, but is it nice to be able to say, okay, I can write that next chapter in my career here in the United States. People remember you from your days in the WEC, the UFC, exciting fights, but now you can write yet another chapter for the United States mixed martial arts fans.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good to be able to come back to the United States and be able to fight out here and continue showcasing my skills for all the American fans and all the guys that have been watching me for a very long time. I'm very happy that I could be star of this organization, be able to provide other fighters the ability to be able to fight in a large organization and showcase their skills. So I'm very happy to be here amongst everybody.
All right, we have a question from the media. By all means, let your distinction be known, and then go ahead and ask your question.
Hey, Tyrone, Brendan Tobin, 7-9 to the ticket. You mentioned a little bit it was hard early on, kind of just getting used to all the aspects of MMA. How was the nerves level, I guess, just kind of going through all this, just getting back into actual competition? I know you're very confident in your skill set, but, knowing that's something that's the real deal coming back, was there any nerves, anxiousness that you had to deal with?
Nah, this fighting, I've been doing it my whole life. I mean, the fighting part is the easy part. It's the training and getting up when you don't feel like it and pushing yourself when you don't feel like it. But this is actually the fun part. This is the not so fun part. But, it was not getting used to MMA training again. It's your body has to adapt. Wrestling, having big guys laying on top of you, it's never fun. So that was just a little bit in the beginning, and after your body adapts and certain muscles and everything strengthens up, you feel better. And that's how I'm feeling now. I feel good to go.
For Rashad, Alex Dono, 5 Reasons Sports. Similar to what Tyrone talked about, you've been away from the fight game for about 3.5 years. I'm sure you've kept close to it and kept training. The sport's always evolving. You're a little older and a little wiser. A day in the life and training for you, is it pretty much the same routine from back in the UFC days, or have you evolved that with the times?
I evolved it with the times, but I definitely, still implement a lot of things that I used to do back in the day because, like I was saying before, you have to be able to bring your mindset to the point where, you're going to go out there and fight somebody and destroy somebody. This is not a game of competition, and the fact where you got to be savage, you know what I'm saying? And every single time you train, you got to bring out a little bit of that savagery, even if you're, not opening it up all the way and going full out. You still gotta keep your fingertip on that savage.
And for Tyrone, it's unique to have someone like yourself who's fought at the highest levels on 3 different fight disciplines. MMA may be the toughest. Do you have a favorite to prepare for?
No. I hate all the preparations. I like the fights, but the preparation is not fun. I don't like it. I'd rather be outside working with my animals or my horse or whatever, but the preparation sucks for all of it, but in order to win, you have to do it, and that's what I did. But, I'm just ready now.
Rashad, as I look at this place, the FLXcast Arena, this is an intimate venue. What are your thoughts on being able to fight in such a fantastic, intimate venue? It's a very selected crowd that'll be here. Everyone can watch on the FLXcast app around the world, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific time, downloaded on the Google Play or the Apple Store. But what is it like for you to be fighting inside this intimate venue like the FLXcast Arena? I think something that Habib was talking about even a couple months ago, he wants to make it so advantageous for the fighters. That way you guys are so comfortable, relaxed, and have everything that you need in order to compete at the highest level.
It's very nostalgic. It kind of reminds me of how it was fighting on the Ultimate Fighter show. I started my career in the UFC, fighting in, in pretty much closed circuit events like this. And, I understand it. I know the feeling of it. Having worked at the Apex Center too, I kind of like the close setting because it just allows you to go inside yourself in a different kind of way.
Yeah, and you don't have to necessarily go everywhere to get what you need and your nutrition and everything else. It's all pretty much under one roof, right?
Absolutely. I mean, they've done a tremendous job here with the promotion and just how they brought everything along. So I'm very excited to be fighting here.
All right, before we get out of here, I want to go ahead and run down prediction time for all of our main cards. Gentlemen, if you don't want to give a prediction, by all means, just give me an idea of how the fight's going to go down. We'll start off at 175, the new welterweight division with Eagle FC. I will start off with he's won 3 straight. Ramazan Magomedov against Anthony Njokuani. Ramazan, how is your prediction? How is it going to go down on Friday night? Eagle FC 44 live on the Flexcast app. Make sure to go ahead and download it now. But Ramazan Magomedov, your prediction against Anthony Njokuani. Do you have a mic for, let me go and let's give the microphone. There you go.
Как ты думаешь, пройдет твоя схватка с Энтони?
Groovy Lando.
Я думаю, будет интересный бой. Будут искры. Энтони любит драться в стойке, я люблю драться в стойке. Но у меня будет план Б. Если что-то пойдет не так в стойке, я буду бороться. Ну, посмотрим. Будет интересный бой. Всем понравится.
You're going to grab the mic, and that way you can translate it for the media. Daniela Morgan, who's working very hard, she is tracking down the microphone, doing a great job.
Go
ahead.
It'll be a great fight. I'm a striker, so I know I can beat him on our feet. But I also have a plan B in case it goes down. Then we can grapple, and I can beat him there too.
All right, Ramazan Magomedov. Anthony Njokuani, your prediction, sir, against Magomedov to start off the main card of Eagle FC 44.
I mean, if he feels that he could beat me in standing and grappling, we'll see. But my prediction is I'm going to go out there and do my thing like I've always done and give the crowd a great show. And if I get the knockout, I get the knockout. If I get that submission, because I've been working with my coach really hard with my submissions and my jiu-jitsu, so it can go there as well, too.
The submission you're talking about.
Oh, yeah. Man.
Oh, boy, showing more wrinkles to his game.
Oh, yeah.
The assassin Anthony Njokuani, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we will stay with the welterweight division. Ramazan Kirimagamedov, undefeated 9-0. Will you make it 10-0 on Friday night against John Howard? Your prediction, sir?
I think this will be a very good fight, but what happened in cage, we will see on Friday.
John Doomsday Howard, will that go against Kirimagamedov on Friday night?
I think I see me as a victory, but honestly, like I said before, the way he's talking, please bring that energy. I hope you bring that energy Friday, because now I'm ready. I can't wait. Cannot wait.
Now we go from the welterweight division down to the bantamweight division. The Mexican Devil, Ray Borg, as you take on Cody Gibson. How's it going down?
I'm going to win the fight. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and I'm going to win the fight. That's about it.
Cody Gibson, in a perfect world, how do you see it going down?
Violently.
Violently. Wow, I love that sound. All right, co-main event at light heavyweight. Rashad Evans back inside the cage. Welcome back, as we talked about. But how is the fight going to play out against Gabriel Checo?
I don't know. I'm kind of glad that he said that he's going to try to TKO me. I mean, it just kind of fires me up a little bit, but I don't know how, I don't know where, but I'm going to win this fight.
Gabriel Checo, you predicted to me you're going to stop him with strikes, TKO. Do you stand by that prediction?
Yes, sir.
All right, TKO win. So says Gabriel Checo. Main event in the heavyweight division. Don't blink, because this one will not be going the distance in my estimation. We'll turn it over to Tyron Spong, undefeated. How's it going down against Sergey Kiritanov?
Shit. If I had a glass bowl, I would predict other things. I don't know. We'll see. My track record speaks for itself, so I'll leave it at that. I mean, everybody knows that I always go for a finish, but I'm not stupid either, so we'll see how it goes. If the finish presents itself, I'll gladly take it, because I don't get paid for overtime, and I think it's going to be a good fight.
All right. Tyron Spong, ladies and gentlemen. One thing I love about Tyron is how honest he is. And he's quite candid as well. Tyron Spong, undefeated. Sergey Kiritanov, 31-8. Will you hand Tyron Spong the first loss in his mixed martial arts career on Friday night in the main event of Eagle FC 44?
Сергей, вы дадите Тайрону первое поражение в эту пятницу в ММА?
Я скажу, в клетке будет война.
All I'm gonna say is we're gonna go to war in the cage.
Well, war being predicted on Friday night. This, the main card of Eagle FC 44. Give them all a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. We have 5 killer fights coming your way from the FLXcast Arena here in Miami. Make sure to download it now on the FLXcast app. It's free. Just enter your email, your name, and you're going to be hooked up all year long for Eagle FC. Have a great one, everybody. Tomorrow, we will have a ceremonial weigh-in as long as another press conference looking ahead towards our next card in March. Thank you so much. Now, I believe we're going to pose down the fighters, right, Daniela, for ceremonial face-offs, and I will use this in discretion, guys. You don't get paid to touch or throw anything at each other until Friday night inside the Eagle FC Steel. Have a great one, everybody, and we will see you tomorrow during the ceremonial weigh-in. It's Eagle FC 44 from the FLXcast Arena here in Miami, Florida. You want to face? Ramazan, Anthony Njokuani. This in the welterweight division, Eagle FC 44. Rizvan there in the center. Great sign of respect between the two combatants. Now we will stay in the welterweight division. Ramazan Kirimagamedov, undefeated, looking to get to 10-0, take it on John Doomsday Howard from the Massachusetts area. Look at that stare down, ladies and gentlemen. It is Eagle FC 44, both men locked in and focused. Now we'll go down to the bantamweight division. Both men extremely entertaining. The Test Mexican Devil, Ray Borg, and Cody Gibson squaring off on Friday night. Look at that stare down in the bantamweight division. Sign respect between the two. But no doubt they will be throwing bombs at each other on Friday night. Now we get ready for our co-main event. The former UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Sugar Rashad Evans, and Gabriel Checo. The submission ace sent Checo predicting a TKO win over Sugar Rashad Evans. Evans making his return in nearly 4 years. I feel the intensity even from right here. And now it is our main event of Eagle FC 44, Tyrone Spong, the dynamic striker in combat sports, taking on the outstanding heavyweight Sergey Kiritanov. Kiritanov with a 31-8 record, Spong 2-0, his first fight inside the world of MMA in nearly 9 years. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's our main event of Eagle FC 44. We appreciate you joining us. We will see you tomorrow for the ceremonial weigh-in, as long as more press conferences, and then the fight on Friday, 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific time only on the FlexCast app. It is Eagle FC 44 from the FlexCast Arena here in Miami.